Well, good morning, fish keepers. I wanted to give you all a tour of some of our tanks this morning at Father Fish. We just got a lot of plants in and we've got all of our tanks planted out. A little later on in a few weeks, they won't look like this because we sell the plants. But it's so pretty, I thought you would enjoy seeing what our tanks look like full of plants. So let's begin. And we'll begin with this little beauty. This is our 200-gallon acrylic. A very difficult tank to plant because it's so deep we can't get our arm down in it. So we've got temple plants in the bottom, and then Amazon swords. And we put them in pots so we can get them out easily because they will sell. These are mother plants, and they have about, it's actually 3 or 4 plants that are all grown up together. So there it is. The fish are wideband silver dollars and some angels, including some really nice fancies that are from Aquariums from Andres Ryan. We got them last Sunday and they're all doing just really remarkably well. Now let's move around here. This is our atrium with all the parakeets, and there are some little quail running around on the bottom. We have baby quail. We just got some new babies that have grown up and are now big enough to turn loose in here. We're down to parakeets. We normally have many more kinds of birds, but they've kind of all sold out, and COVID made it difficult for us to get more, so what we've got now is about 2 dozen parakeets. All right in back of me is our mixed cichlid tank with high-grow willow in it, swords, and hygrophilo willow. This is a tank with a real mix of cichlids, and we do this to demonstrate that it really is possible to mix South Americans, Central Americans, these are largely Central American cichlids, with African cichlids, and have a peaceful, stable tank. You see there are Jack Dempsey's. That was a flower horn we were looking at a minute ago. Severum, and then lots of Africans, peacocks, and mbunas. Oh, there's a starts with a B. Can't think. It'll maybe come to me. There's a big green terror in the back there, kind of hiding out. Now these are our native tanks. We don't do much to decorate them, but we do have plants in them. Water wisteria and parrot feather currently. And these are all little natives. Those are Formosa in there. Here's some more. There's a golden top minnow, little one. We've got more coming in. Frank's out collecting now. There's a golden top minnow, and that's a Formosa. There ought to be some bluefin killies, but I don't see them. Maybe. And then over and back is bettas. And these are baby bettas that were born here about 2 months ago. So they're coming up. We're just about to the point where we can begin separating them. There's a male coming on pretty good. Another male. Some pretty fish, nice ones. In the bottom is that's a sorority tank with some guppies in. And then more guppies. The plants, by the way, are we've got hair grass in here, and then some dwarf sword, pygmy sword growing throughout. Let's go around to the other side. This is, we've got some repens in here. A little bit of repens that's coming along. I think it's going to work out real well. I'm kind of excited about that. Here's more of it down here. This just came in this shipment, so we're hoping to be able to, this is the Steropagene repens. The Steropagene repens. And more of the little dwarf sword. Okay, moving around. Let's see what's here. This is our South American discus, and these are all little baby Uaru. A lot of them. Look at them all in the back too. Just loaded with little Uaru. Some electric blue acaras, rams, pretty rams. The plants are blue hydro. There's a snowflake white in here, Amazon swords, of course. Lots of Amazon swords. Pretty tank. These are lovely tanks when they're full of plants. They're just not always full of plants because they get sold out of here. But what it allows us to do is sell plants that are growing. There's the snowflake. And the blue hydro here, and I don't know what this is. Down the bottom, we didn't mark it for some reason. Okay, coming around in back of me is we have Ammonia gracilis, pennywort, Amazon swords, moneywort, and pennywort. So this is their 500-gallon tank with plants living and growing in it. And with all these big fish, they're really not ripping up much. Now, the pennywort and the moneywort are not planted. They're leaded and they're just kind of laying on the bottom, which will give them a chance to root. But you can see the Amazon swords are, those are all rooted. The peacock bass who is not getting enough food. We need to get some food for him. He's looking kind of skinny. Lots of Oscars, some tilapia. A Jack Dempsey, a jaguar. We're talking with Blackie today about jaguars in the tank. That arowana is trying to eat a dead fish back there, having trouble getting it down. And there's the big biker. He's a bit of a monster. He's almost 2 foot long. Big guy. Okay, this is our black water tank, which we did not put new plants in. It's leaking badly, and I think I'm going to have to break it down. I really don't want to, but it's giving me no choice. I keep trying to fill it and fix it, and it doesn't work. So unfortunately, we're probably going to have to bring a termination to this tank. Just water on the floor continuously. Actually, the 500 is now leaking badly. We had Thomas clean it, and I think he put a lot of pressure on it when he did it, and caused it to break loose from the seal. So we're getting a lot of water. I'm hopeful that's going to stop, that it'll plug itself up. There, in this situation where we've got a concrete floor, we can let this kind of thing go for a while, but ultimately it's got to be dealt with. So let's come over. Let's see, there's some baby tears in here. Some dwarf hairgrass, little swords, some aponygitans. There's scarlet bettas, dwarf emerald rasbora, and bumblebees in here, among others. And I'm seeing nothing. There they are. There they are, moving around, as well as some auto cinchlus. Those are dwarf emeralds. This tank has phoenix rasbora in it. Right back there. Tiny little fish. They're doing pretty well. I'm getting a few more this week. I'll try to add to this. It's just going to take forever to get them big enough to look like anything, but they're doing pretty well. Been in there about a week. More of the same. Not much else down here. Let's go over here. Just a few plants in here. This is where we put the Angelica spotia. There's some kabamba in there. This is a pretty little plant. It's a lily. It's a local lily that we collected. Frank got that. It tends to grow very, very slowly in a tank and has these beautiful little, beautiful leaves that look like silk. They're just so pretty. There's another one that's kind of dark, a little hard to see, but a really very pretty plant. Well, the light's not on. That's what's wrong. Let me get over here and turn the light on. I had Thomas turn lights off yesterday, and he turned everything off. Everything in the house is turned off. And I don't know where half of the switches are, so it's hard to turn it back on. I don't know if he unplugged it. Let me stop this a moment. There, we got the light. Got the light on. You can see that plant a little better. Really pretty lily. These are red mosaics, which is a plant that grows on the surface. Red mosaic. I need to put some of these outside. They'll look a lot better outside. I'm messing it up here. Baby tears and some Amnophilia aromatica. Unophilia aromatica. Smells like mint. And let's come around to the side here, to the back. We have Rotella and Red Ludwigia peruensis. Some giant hair grass. Rotella Macandra, and some Red Ludwigia, more Red Ludwigia peruensis. Mint Charlie, and more Mint Charlie. So those are the plants that we got in this week. A little look at some of our tanks. Hope you enjoyed all that. These big silver dollars came from Chris, who's one of our breeders, also the president of our club. He's a biologist for the state, works at a local series of state parks and angels and so forth. So, coming back around, hello. Well, thank you for plugging in. A little quick video of some of our planted tanks, give you a chance to see what they look like before they're decimated by sales. Thank you all for coming in and taking a look. Appreciate it. Have a great day. See you again soon. Father Fish, signing off.